Hello and welcome to the final session of QuantumTouch and Fibromyalgia. I'm Sue Rigby and with me is Nicky, who's been joining me for 6 sessions of QuantumTouch. And today is where Nicky shares how she sums up all her experiences during this time. Nicky, it's all yours.
Thanks. So I found personally that I had some really good kind of benefits from QuantumTouch. So we went into it not exactly knowing how I'd react, if I'd react, anything like that. And like we found the longer it was going on, so the more towards the end of week 6, especially having that hour-long session as well, there was definitely some kind of different feelings and things that I was getting. I've noticed my anxiety has dropped massively, to the point because I was getting like heart palpitations and things. I've not had an episode like that for weeks and weeks now. My fatigue has been much better than previously, because it was, I think when we started it was at like an 8 or so, but it's kind of sitting now between a 5 and a 6 on a bad week, which is great for me because it means that I can actually function. I can come home and I can still function rather than coming home and going to sleep. And pain wise, I've noticed there's been quite a big difference, and there's been things that I've been more aware of, things that have we found, especially on the sessions, that like I could maybe feel more, I could feel the benefit of it. And then it was lasting longer as well. So alongside all the normal things that I do, there was definitely benefits that were showing.
Okay, wonderful. How have your memory and your concentration been?
Better, much better. You'll probably notice going back on some of the videos that I do have a tendency, you can tell when I'm more tired and things, I start getting a bit slurry and a bit forgetful, or I'll just stop and I'll be like, I can't remember where I was going with this. And it has been noticeably better than normal. Again, it's the fatigue makes it worse, so the fact that I'm much less fatigued is contributing to that. So yes, it's definitely improved.
Yes, and you noticed changes in your sleep as well, didn't you?
Yes, I'm having more restful sleep. So whereas I might go to bed 8-9 o'clock at night, I'm almost fitfully sleeping throughout the night because I'm always having to turn, I'm always having to do this, always having to do that. Or I get the opposite, where I'm like wide awake and I just can't switch off. Whereas now I feel rested in the morning. I do feel like I'm actually getting restful sleep rather than that fitful kind of a long time, but I'm not actually resting during that time. So yes, it's definitely made a difference with my sleep as well.
Yeah, and you've become more active as well, haven't you?
Yes, I've actually been able to go out and walk, which has been great. I know, take things for granted, but it's like I've been able to go out with my family and take the dog out for a walk and things like that. It's still, again, being aware of what I can do and, you know, listening to my body really to the point before I push it where it be further than it needs to go, but I'm able to do more, and then the recovery isn't as long. So for example, if I went for a mile walk, just a normal walk around my local town, I could potentially be laid up for 2 or 3 days with pain in my hips and my feet and things like that, whereas now I might be slightly tired towards the end of the evening, the day after, I'm not feeling like I've been hit by a bus, which is nice.
That is wonderful. That's great progress, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So overall, you've seen some very positive benefits.
Very, very, very positive. Very positive.
Yeah, and how about your general sense of well-being?
It was really nice for me to actually just take the time with you out of my day, because I think it's really hard, especially, you know, I've got children, I've got a full-time job and a chronic illness on top. It's really hard to it's almost being selfish. You've got to think of yourself, you've got to go and take that time. So actually that in itself, being me turning around and saying, no, I've got to go, I'm going to, you know, go and sit with Sue for half an hour or whichever, it makes you more aware, because of the fact that I'm in a room in my house, I've got no children in here, I've got no one at work trying to pester me. It's just that you're actually listening to your body and you are actually resting it. So that has been, again, very, very beneficial, in the sense that I'm having to take that time for myself as well.
Wonderful. I really appreciate you sharing all your experiences with us and everybody that listens to it on YouTube. We obviously don't know how Quantum Touch would be for any other individuals, but from what I've seen, Quantum Touch makes changes in all sorts of conditions as the person receiving it becomes their own healer and does the work that is necessary. And you know, your body knows what it needs, and so your body's been making very good use of it.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for, you know, taking the time to work with me as well. So I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Nicky. We'll sign off now with very grateful thanks from me.
All right then. You take care.
And you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.